Hello everyone, welcome to bonpi. Today is the 2nd of August, which means it's time for a monthly recap for July. So, as usual, I'll start with some of my favorites, and then we'll do a quick ramble session of today's topic, which is rest. So, let's get right into it. First, I have to introduce some little small artist goodies because for the past 3 days I've been going to AniCon in Hong Kong, or as it's more properly named, ACGHK, for anime convention games, something like that. And it's really cool because first I cosplayed all 3 days, which was crazy just to name it. The first day I went as Eula from Genshin Impact. The second day I went as Maki Zenin from Jujutsu Kaisen, and then the third day I went as Shinobu Kocho from Demon Slayer. I guess let me know if you guys want to hear about how that went. But yeah, look, I even got my nails to match that on that last day. But yeah, so at the games convention, at the anime convention, there were lots of small artists who were selling their like self-made merch or other things that they had made, and so I got this Ditto luggage tag, which is really cute. It's embossed on it, or stamped on, I don't know how you call it. But it's really cool, I really like the color, and it's got the little flap in the background, so you can write all your details. And yeah, Ditto's my favorite Pokemon, so I just really like the chance to get more handmade merch. As is with this little keychain here, it's a little game controller, and on it there's Ditto giving you a middle finger, and it's really cute. It's both-sided, it's printed on both sides, and it's got like a nice star keychain, which is nice. So I will be using this on my luggage and this on any of my bags to rep Ditto Squad. And similarly, I have 2 pins. These are from Genshin Impact. This is Goro's dog, and this is Child's Narwhal, or a whale, and these were part of a bigger set that had other Genshin Impact animals. Unfortunately, some of them were sold out, but oh well. I got these anyways. These are still really cute. I don't quite have the info for all the stores we bought from, so this is my call to support small businesses. Regardless of who they are, where you are, support your small businesses. That makes spending money all the more worth it. But yeah, really like these pins. These will be going on my backpack. Yeah. And now talking about a small business I can link and tell you guys to go support. So I have this necklace. It is a cord necklace, and it has a sort of Chinese knot pattern on it. It's really cute. It has these cute other beads and decor bits. And I also have a matching phone charm, if you see that. It's got a little Chinese knot on it as well, and it has little beads as an accessory as well. Then there's also this cool keychain, which turns the phone string into a keychain that you can put on your wallet or your pencil case or something like that. And that is from Buani. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but it's a small business on Instagram. Definitely go support them. Next I have a perfume. It's called L'Atelier Parfum. Not sure how you say that. It is Opus 1, and this is Douce Insomnie. Not quite sure if that's how you say it, but it's a mini size of this perfume that I got from Sephora, actually. I went to one of their events in Hong Kong. It was really cool, and I got this massive goodie box because of it, and this little travel mini size perfume was part of it, and it's really nice. It's meant to be like notes of coffee, I think, which is definitely there, but it's not a straight coffee flavored perfume or anything. Okay, I found the notes for the perfume. It is the top notes of pink berries, orange blossom. In the heart there's cappuccino accord, jasmine, and heliotrope. And in the base there's iris wood, vanilla, New Caledonian sandalwood, and patchouli. So it's mainly florals with a hint of that cappuccino mixed in there, which is nice. It adds some more depth to just the plain floral perfume, I think. And then we have some fun earrings. It came in this really cool sort of display case almost, and there's two types of earrings in this case. There is these little planet ones, and also these ones that look like locks. You see? Yep, so let me just try them on and I'll show you. I currently have on these little hoops from the 17 Connect collection for their 8th anniversary. These are Woozy's earrings, and on the back, I'm not sure if you can see it. Okay, I think you might be able to see it there. Yeah, it has a little engraving of his wahe emoji, which is really cool. So I'm so glad I joined a group order online to get these earrings as a special way to sort of carry 17 with me. But of course, the big deal is these Vivienne Westwood earrings, so let me try them on. These dangly ones are pretty nice because they move in their place as well. So let me show you. So these are the dangly ones. It's got the little planet. The hoop itself is pretty cool. It has a little notch on it as a extra decor piece. These are pretty long dangly hoops, but I think they're really cool, and you can tell that they're little planets from the side, which is nice, and they're a little noticeable, which makes them, in my opinion, even cooler as earrings. And then the lock earrings, these ones attach with a little pin that locks. These ones are kind of cool because it looks like the lock itself is going through your ear, and you can't really tell it's a lock from the front, but everyone at your side will be able to see that these are little locks going through your ears. And I think these are pretty cool aside from the little graphic on them, because they just look, they have this novelty factor of a lock going through your ear, and I don't know, I find that really cool. So those are the two earrings I have. Lastly, I have this, which is a cushion foundation from the brand Romand, or R-O-M and symbol N-D. It is a K-beauty brand, and this is their Bare Cushion Foundation, which looks like this. Hello. And it's a little dirty, sorry. On the inside, it has a little mesh cushion, so that's what it looks like. To use it, you just take a little cushion puff and you tap it in here, and then you just kind of put it on your skin. Here, I'll shine the light so you can see what it looks like. Oops. Zoom you in. So this is where I applied the cushion, and as you see, it kind of evened out my skin tone and gave a nice level of basic coverage. And I really like this cushion because it's kind of dewy, it's not too heavy, and it's a really good match for my skin tone. This is the shade Beige 23, if you see on the back. And it's also really cool because it gives you a little sticker here where you can write the current date that you got it, so you know when it expired and so on. And yep, it's just such an easy way to, I don't know, touch up your makeup because it's got the mirror and it's kind of all in one. Plus, it pops out so you can get a refill for this very beautiful case whenever you want and whenever you run out. And you can get that either on Olive Young, which is a Korean beauty marketplace, or on YesStyle, or on other Korean resellers. Now we have music favorites of the month. Let me check my Receiptify. So number one, I have Technology from Half Asleep Games. This is a soundtrack from the game Melatonin, which is a game I've been playing a lot this month. It's a rhythm game that has really beautiful graphics and theming, and Technology is the soundtrack for one of those levels in that game. Highly recommend the game, 10 out of 10. Next, I have Slow Motion by Luhan. Luhan is a ex-member of EXO, and this is one of his Chinese songs that he's released. It's actually released in 2020. but I've only discovered it this year, so I'm enjoying it this year. Next, I have Hate Rodrigo by Yena, a K-pop soloist, and Yuchi from G-Idol. This is her title track, Yena's title track on her latest comeback. I know it got a lot of backlash because of that name, Hate Rodrigo. No hate to Olivia Rodrigo, by the way, but that is just unfortunately how the title track was named. But it is a good song regardless, so highly recommend it as well. Next, I have Shh, like Shh, from Kiss of Life, which is a new K-pop girl group that debuted, and it's really nice and refreshing because that group has no minors in it. Everyone in that group is 18 or older, which is really new considering everyone in K-pop seems to be debuting younger and younger and younger. So it's nice seeing a group do a more mature concept right off the bat and, you know, put out a banger such as Shh. So that's number 4. I actually need 6 recommendations today. So number 5, I have New Kids on the Block by Zero Base One. Zero Base One is the group that came out of Boys Planet that I have been watching, and of course I'm standing Zero Base One. It's a really nice group. They have a really nice discography so far off their debut album. Everything is really fresh and summery. I'm really looking forward to their other music. So I'd recommend their entire album, Youth in the Shade, their title track, In Bloom, all of their other tracks, shout out always, Jolo, and also, of course, my recommendation, New Kids on the Block. And I say I need 6 because I also need to sneak in New Person, Same Old Mistakes by Tame Impala. I've actually gotten a lot into Tame Impala because of the Barbie movie, actually, funnily enough. And yeah, loving all of his music, especially New Person, Same Old Mistakes, because it's really nice to vibe to, as well as if you listen to the lyrics, it's really deep and, you know, makes you feel kind of at peace inside. So those are my 6 music recommendations. Right onto the sleep. Once again, I am warning you that this might look a little scary because I had a trip to America in the end of this month, so that's why it looks all weird. We get an average of 6.5 hours, which I think is a little better. I do not remember. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little better because last month it was 6, basically 6. So it's a little nicer that we have about 6.5 hours. I slept a lot today, but that counts towards August, and I don't think it even got measured on the sleep app. So as I say, take this app with a grain of salt. I'm not exactly sure how much I've slept, but this app will give us as best of a measure as possible. So 6.5 hours, I guess. Let's hope August is a little better because I'm not quite as busy, and hopefully I will be staying in this time zone for the majority of the month. So that's all my favorites, my music, and my sleep. Let's get on to the rambling about rest, funnily enough. So I mean rest in a sense as sleep, but also sort of that time off for yourself. Because in a life where you're always constantly hurtling forward, you really need to take the time to slow down, do the things that you haven't gotten the chance to do in a while, and only respond to yourself and what you need. So I mean this in the sense that if your friends, even if they are your genuine friends, are constantly asking you to go hang out, but you don't have the social battery to, it's okay to tell them no, because you're prioritizing yourself, you're prioritizing your mental health, your well-being, your personal enjoyment, and I feel that that should take utmost priority because, you know, like, life never stops, and you're gonna have to find a point in time to tell them no yourself and stop, because if you don't do it, no one else will. So if you do want to keep going ahead, fine. I'm not telling you have to stop now. It's just keep track of what you're feeling and what you want, because no one else knows you better than you. And I'm saying this now because I've had a really busy month, but I told myself this is all my choice. I know I wanted to do all of this, so I'm doing it. And that, I guess, also applies in the sense that hold yourself accountable. Only do the things you get yourself into. If you get yourself into something, don't chicken out, because part of you wanted to do it at some point. So this could be anything as taking a class or going bungee jumping. You never know, taking a trip, taking a vacation. And it all just accumulates to the fact that in the end, you only respond to yourself, and doing things, not doing things, it's all up to you. So I've had a really busy month, but that's because I wanted to do it, and now I'm taking rest because I told myself, you've done a lot this past month, so you deserve it. And I guess that goes for you if you're feeling the same way. If you're doing a lot, give yourself that time off afterwards. If you're not doing so much, enjoy the rest now, and maybe do a couple more things later. There's no need to fit into this mold that everyone else seems to be doing. If everyone looks like they're really busy, please don't feel pressure to be busy as well. And only busy yourself with the things that you think are worth it. So don't go do something that everyone tells you should do just because everyone else is doing it. That's peer pressure, and peer pressure is never good. So take your rest and do your things only as you need it, let's say. And resting takes many forms. Resting could be physical rest, such as sleeping. It could be a mental break, such as not doing quite as many stressful things, or watching a movie, doing some things that are brain off activities that you don't really need to concentrate in. Resting could be hanging out with friends, because it might be a chance to catch up, and that might be rest for you. So no matter what you do as rest, please put as much effort into it as you would with your regular tasks, because, work hard, play hard. Work hard, rest hard. Same thing. Also, never feel bad because you want to take a break, because everyone is resting at some point. Everyone needs to rest at some point, and just because you're taking it at a different time than others doesn't mean that that's a wrong time, because everyone has a different pace, and if your pace just doesn't seem to line up with others, that's okay too. Taking the rest when you need it is the most important thing for you, and you shouldn't feel bad because you shouldn't feel bad because you're missing out or you can't join others. You're just replying to yourself and doing what you need. Keeping that in mind, let's also not hold others at a similar position where they feel like they can't take rest. Never pressure someone into going out or doing something they don't necessarily want to. Saying no is no. Making sure everyone is truly comfortable doing whatever you want them to do. And, checking in on your friends when it feels like they've been going on for a while, or they seem to be getting pretty run down, or it just feels like there's too many things for them to do and there's no way they're okay doing all of it. Even hanging out could be a chill activity, as I said, because quite literally the other day, my friends and I, we all got back from the anime convention and we all just took a massive nap on the floor together. So hey, that's resting together. We all said we were tired, and we decided that resting right there and then was the right move. So something like that is proof to the fact that you can say what you want, do what you want whenever, even if it feels like the wrong place and time. You can say that you need to go home early, even if that's not true. You can say that you have an obligation with your family, so you can't go out, which may not be true. In that moment, do what your heart is telling you to, and if your friends are real friends, then they'll respect your decision, and if they don't, then you need to explain to them that rest is rest and you need that, otherwise you're just going to keep running yourself down and things aren't going to be worth it anymore. So you need to live in the moment and respect your desires, and they need to respect your desires, and if they don't, then maybe that's a sign you shouldn't be friends anymore, or at least you should tell them that you need to give people the space they need. And rest also, in that word, rest also means giving people space, because if a friend is not free for some reason, you don't go all up in your business saying, why aren't you free? What's going on with you these days? Because maybe they have things they're preparing for. Maybe there's an exam they're studying for. Maybe they just need that rest, So there's no need to go interrogate someone because their behavior doesn't match what you want them to act in your mind. Doesn't match how you see them or expect them to act. And everyone has their reasons for everything. There's no need to go prying when they're not opening up to you. So let me just quickly sum it up for everyone. 1, take your rest when you need it, or when your body is telling to, or when your mind is telling you to, and even when others are suggesting. Take your rest. 2. Know that rest comes in very many forms, such as physical rest, mental rest, or just a detox from stressful activities or social gatherings. So yeah, there's many types of rest. Do not feel pressured to follow any specific form. And 3, know that your friends should respect your rest, and you should respect their rest too, because sometimes your friends are the biggest source of stress, and taking a break from that is the best way to go forward. And sometimes someone else might be feeling that, so do not get offended at them, do not go prying into their personal issues, and just understand that whatever they're doing is because they need it for them in that moment. So there's no need to be concerned or get defensive. And don't take offense as well, because sometimes people just need the rest and there's nothing else you can do about it. So that will be my monthly recap. Thank you so much if you're still here, still watching, and I'll see you guys for August's recap and other videos down the road. Thank you!